Hey, real quick. This video is recorded from one of my live streams over on Twitch, so if you want to catch me live and join our growing community, I stream 4 times a week. Maybe you can stop by and say like they cut of my jib or something weird like that, so I know you came from here. Okay, enjoy the video. So we're back to the summoning circle, or whatever it is, whatever it means. I have no idea what this circle is representing, aside from it tells us which acts we're on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although one has an X through it. Oh, they put an X through the ones that you finish. Okay, so we're on Act 3. The entertainment. Also noticing that the past acts are kind of fading, which I don't know if that means anything. We'll see. The beginning of Act 2 was in a museum, which was showcasing different works of art, I think created by one of the archivists. It was... I want to say Lula? My beloved Lola bunny. Would you believe that I've never drawn Loki von Marvel until yesterday? I am a little bit surprised by that. Is this a cycle of grief? It might be. Knowing nothing, I assume the circle is the hero's journey. I think you're right. I think that makes the most sense. Unless, boy, it's a circle, so that means it repeats itself. Also, just random thing, looking at my model, do you guys think my eyes are like moving a little bit more today? I don't know if there's an update to the face tracking model I'm using, like I think the NVIDIA face tracking thing, but I feel like my eyes are moving a lot more. Yeah, what is with that? I mean, it's kind of nice, because like I rigged it to work like that. There's a big update today? Holy smokes. I can look everywhere. Wow! Just saw it this morning. I guess I did just update VTube Studio, so that's kind of cool. Wow, I got a little upgrade. Sick. And I didn't even have to do anything. That's awesome. It just works. Excuse me, my throat was full of chai. Let's do this. Looking. The entertainment. You could say that's what this channel is for. Now you can give us a side eye? Yeah, the bombastic... Oh, can I... Oh, my eyes don't really work like that. This... I was gonna say it looks like a bar, but actually looks like a living room of an alcoholic. Nope, it's a bar, it's a bar. They just have a TV in a weird spot. Harry. 2 GD hat. Evelyn, it's cool in here. Yup. GD stands for gosh dang. Oh, like Babylon something. GD, you're right. Well, cool in here. It's an oasis. Wonder how Ted's holding up. AC. Down there, they all have... That stands for air conditioning. Sure, you're right. I've never been to Texas. Oh, sure. I can look around. They all have AC. Too cold, almost. In July, even. He's got a hotel. Yeah, hotel life. That's living. Is it? Maybe too much. It's too cold! Nah, it's too much living. I mean, that's... What's to stop him, really? Meet some tall thing at the hotel bar? Nah. Harry trying to fend off the parasocialist. Ted's a good man. Nah, I know. He wouldn't... Is Ted in... He wouldn't run around. Is Ted in a relationship? You're right. How about a beer? No beer today. Hard times whiskey. That's all you've got? It's a good whiskey. Isn't beer easier to make? Maybe... I don't know anything about it. Local. Yeah. You take deliveries from them? Sure. Why is he looking at me? You ever see one of them? Me? The boys from Hard Times? Is that me? Barfly sits alone at a table with 2 glasses. What am I looking at? What's over here? Am I alive? Is this a theater? Student production is audacious. This is the entertainment. It's an act. Director's notes. Lem Doolittle's original script for A Reckoning has almost no explicit stage directions. Does that mean it's all improv? From the author's essays and letters, we know Doolittle thought of the writer as an equal partner with the actors. Great heavens! The actors should have equal authority to write by acting into what Doolittle called the living script. Given the lack of stage directions, and our own interest as a company in the way this is split up is killing me, foregrounding the physicality of theater, we made the bold decision to borrow the stage directions from his rarely performed pantomime A Barfly and fold them into the action of A Reckoning. It's an adaptation. We've always thought of these two pieces as related, so it's been a very natural gesture to perform them simultaneously and on the same stage. The audience is a fly on the wall. That's kind of how I'm feeling, but I can't tell if I'm in it or watching it. I mean, I am kind of watching it. Like, they have chairs. They're in the theater audience. I'm sitting at a freaking table with a newspaper that says Lexington Herald. I have an ashtray. I have glasses. I have a sandwich with a brick in it. Might be a little bit crunchy. Examines full glass. Looks at ashtray. Blows gently with pursed lips. Observes ash configuration. Whoa. Wiping my nose with my sleeve. At length, inspects sleeves. Remembers something trivial about the prior evening. Looks up suddenly. Looks left. Right. Again. Can I, like, skims newspaper? Oh, I can, like, skip through it faster. Article about cross-country travel by hot air balloon. Visualizes hot air balloon launch. Wow. Forgets. What was I even reading? What? I heard they're strange. They work hard. They make a good whiskey. Who are we to judge? Sure, who are we? No one of consequence. What's all this bread for? Sandwiches. Brick sandwiches. Rain's Law. Ha! The old ones went bad while you were on vacation? You have a good time while the sandwich rotted? Oh, you know me. Couldn't shut it off. 7 days on a beach and all I could think about was work. You know, the new kitchen. Maybe hire a hostess, you know? A hostess! At the lower depths? Ha! Crazy. Nah. It's not so crazy. I was in a bar. Down there in, New Orleans. They had a hostess. Some dive. She seats you and, I don't know. Points out the specials. Could have specials every night in here. Drink specials. You make cocktails? Nah. Food specials. Monday night, chicken. I don't know. Grilled chicken? Caesar salad? Salad mention? Class it up, you know. Bess would've liked it. Who's Bess? Here's to Bess. Did Bess die? Is this improv dead friends? Yeah. Let me grab a... Here's to Bess. Good Christian woman. In our Christian Minecraft server. About that sod in the corner. What? Not bothering anyone. Who? What? What? Are they talking about me? Been here long? Are you talking to me? As soon as I opened. Got started a bit earlier, I suspect. On a bender, huh? Sleeping in a ditch or something. They're so mean to me. You don't think... Maybe Ted... Nah, I'm Ted. Ted's a good man. Honest. Well-liked. What if I'm Ted? He's liked, but... He's well-liked. Sales is a good fit. Selling hammers. He's a hammer salesman! Can you believe it? Somebody has to. The hammers. They don't sell themselves. Here. It's just hard. Ted on the road. It's tough all over. What to do all day? Come here, I guess. Sure. That's what I do. I mean, this guy works here. Cheap drinks, conversation, and the entertainment. Title drop. Sure. What's tonight? Oh, tonight it's... Oh, Junebug. I'll stay for that. I need some music. Get my mind off Ted. Something romantic, you know. A love song from when the world was young. What time? Around 8, maybe. Well, set him up slow. Or I'll sleep right through it. I'm liking the lighting that they're doing for this stage stuff. This is neat. Oh, do I have to look elsewhere? Oh, exit. Okay, well. That wasn't there before. Can I leave? Can I get up and go? No. Barfly sits alone at a table with 2 glasses, one empty, straightened shirt, checks pocket for currency, empty-handed, begins to calculate, makes mental note of room's exits, considers possibility of escape, inspects exit, estimates paces to exit. Wakefield stuns in entertainment. The premiere at Buffalo Street Student Theater was a curiosity. 2 obscure plays by a local author were simultaneously presented for the pleasure of a handful of baffled patrons. The result? An absorbing, if unfocused drama about the ills of debt and dishonesty. This is a crazy scene. Certainly the highlight is Sarah Wakefield's performance. As Pearl Slade, the young woman who tries to rid herself of her parents' debts. She is a revelation. Hi, Bear Man! Welcome in. Sadly, her verve and imagination do little to salvage the tepid pantomime of the Barfly, a character who perhaps could have done with a few lines after all. I want to talk. I want to say stuff. Levi Tolbert, Kentucky Post. You think I was one of the critics in the audience writing about it? Can I exit? No. Set designer's notes. Doolittle must have been an odd bird. Many playwrights, a Tennessee Williams or a Eugene O'Neill, spend as much energy on precise descriptions of the play's set as they do on any of the dialogue. So my job is finding ways to be creative within constraint. But Doolittle only described settings poetically. To be honest, I think he'd have preferred there wasn't a set at all. Well, here I am, building one anyway. We need Carrington with the outdoor, open-air set. All those years ago, the enigmatic wino. I don't mind the drunk, but I hate riddles. Lula Chamberlain. Lula! I'd watch this stage play. It seems interesting. Like, genuinely, I think it would be a nice place to hang out and just absorb conversation. I can't get over these sandwiches. Like, dude, you can't be serious. Who's gonna eat that? Put it back on that weird dinosaur show, will ya? Nah, those history programs don't make any sense. Why is he looking at me? I didn't make it! I didn't make the dinosaur show! I prefer the nature programs. They think they can just say anything on TV. I don't believe there to be a damn word in the Bible about dinosaurs on the Ark. Been a long time since Sunday school for me. You go to church, though? Nah, not since Bess. It was her church, really. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. Yeah, cheers. Well, I'm curious to see where they're going with it. Oh, they've got you now. I just think they're gonna run out of rope before long. Dinosaurs on the Ark. I prefer the nature programs. Yeah. So your vacation was good? 7 days poolside? I thought you said it was a beach. Oh, sure. How drunk are you, Harry? No, it was a pool. Was it a pool? Or a beach? It's not a beach, it's a bathtub. Maybe... I don't remember. Weird. You think I'm making this up? Oh, no, Pearl. Hi, Harry. Are the old folks here? Just me and Evelyn. All morning. Hi, Evelyn. And that sot in the corner. Hi! You're early, Pearl. Your parents usually don't roll in until the evening, 5 or 6. How early are they drinking? Everything alright? Oh, sure, thanks. We just have some stuff to talk about. Well, post up here, and let's watch this weird dinosaur show. I'll stand you a drink. All Harry's pouring today is Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? They make a good whiskey. Sure, but, you know, the rumors... Rumors are rumors. He keeps looking at me. Put it on my tab, Harry. You driving, Pearl? Oh, God, no. You know they want almost 40 cents a gallon? Ooh-wee. I had the early shift, so I just walked over. In this heat? You still working over there at, Ace Jewelry and Loan? Joe Harden, proudly trading shortcuts for dignity 6 days a week since 1962. At least they have the piety to shut down on Sunday. With Joe, it's more likely a hangover. Can it be both? Well, I know you see more trade than I do. Must be slow over at the hardware store. Slow isn't the word. Now Ted is out, shilling for quality hammers to make up income. Have you considered quality hammers on your shelf? We made the switch recently and business has tripled. Well, of course, I'd love to have dinner with your lovely daughters. Evelyn. Hey, a man gets lonely out on the road. I know how it is. Nah. Harry, you've been traveling, right? Sure, yeah. Down in New Orleans, just taking a break. A vacation. Looking around for ideas. Tell her about the pool or the beach. Evelyn. Sounds nice. And the hostess. I may just cut you off. Oh. So, the pool? Or the beach? Yeah, Harry. Which was it? Well, it was a week of relaxation and now I'm back. You still look stressed. If you don't mind me saying. He looks like... Oh, he just looks like that. Sure, that's just how I look. I've never known you to leave town, Harry. I've never known you to leave this bar. Oh, no, I get out. You still drive that old truck? I don't know. I think they towed it eventually. The hell you say? That must have been years ago, Harry. How do you get around now? This is like the improv show where they gaslight one of the actors. I take the bus, or I walk. Like, it's all improv to say, like, are you sure? You walk to New Orleans? Watch it, Evelyn. Hi am I. I didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Harry, did you really go to New Orleans? Now, just where do you two get off? Sorry, forget it. Sure, she didn't mean nothing by it. We'll lay off you and get back to drinking. Gotta be ready for the entertainment. Oh, who's on tonight? Tonight it's Junebug. Works for me. Round 8, I think. I'll stick around. I could use some sad music. I came here to break some hearts. What's that? To dash dreams. What are you talking about? Gotta talk to my parents about their bar tab. Won't be paying for them anymore. Ooh. Hang on now. No, it's time to cut the old folks loose and head west. I can't keep enabling them. You know? A debt's a debt now. Harry, I'm sorry. I know you've got a vested interest, and I don't want to make a victim of you. We'll come up with it somehow, I'm sure. No, it's not that. The thing about debts is you never know when they'll be reckoned and called in. What's that mean? I'm not saying anything, but I know debt, Harry. I see it all day. It's all around me, like a thick gray fog. It's in the air I breathe. At the pawn shop, they have a new financial technology. I'm the ambassador. Did you know that? A new technology. It's a new kind of debt, Evelyn. And it's a mess. What do you mean, a new kind of debt? You know what we do at the pawn shop? Secured loans. We don't buy used goods. We take personal property as a collateral on a loan. Then if you don't pay your loan, we sell your stuff. Sure, I get that. It works for people who couldn't get loans otherwise, I guess. Now Hardin has this new idea. He calls it a payday advance. But it's just a short-term, unsecured loan with a wicked interest rate. There's no filtering. Most who borrow can't keep up. And he has this big pile of debts, with big returns on paper. And he can sell those debts to a bank. Huh. Who's borrowing like that? Who do you think? When Joe put me in charge of it. The only dark-skinned clerk in the whole shop. You think so? I know it. So you see, I look just like you. You can trust me. But Joe knows they won't pay on time. There's no money in lending, but there's money in usury? This is messed up. That's in the Bible! It's like, I know that word! I won't be as chill. I just have to save a bit more and then I go to California. I'll be a real clerk. At a credit union or something. Something ethical. I just have to get rid of these old parasites first. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Well, my tab is in good shape, I think. You're behind too. Not as bad as the Slades, but... Well, Harry, the only thing I owe you is a handshake and this whiskey you're about to pour me. Let's say this one's on me, Pearl. Nah, I'm good for it. For today, let's just say it's on me. You're awfully strict about cash for a guy who just got back from a vacation. Drink up, Evelyn. Maybe you'd better find some other chair to sink into so your debts don't get reckoned out from under you. I'm out for a bit. I'll be back later to disappoint a couple of old deadbeats. I'll stay for the entertainment. I won't throw you out. But just remember what I said. Hello? Is he throwing me out? What's going on? Pearl's getting up? Pearl's walking away? Oh, wait, it's Pearl's parents! Rosa. Management material. That's what she said, or what he said. Is that so? 11 years behind. A supermarket till. You're damn right. Damn right. I have commitment and reliability. That's what he said. Management material. I bet they raise you to $3. I bet 4. The responsibility. Ooh-wee. You see Pearl today? She was working all day, I think. Usually doesn't work mornings. The Slade women are all getting promoted. I think they just put her on another shift. What's the morning shift like at a pawn shop, do you think? Black coffee and desperation. Let's celebrate. Harry! Another round! We're celebrating 2 promotions in the family. Ooh, they don't know how much debt they're in, do they? Talk to Pearl today? She worked all day. She was here earlier. Looking for you two. She'll be back. Why don't you just pace yourselves till you talk to her? We're celebrating! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pace yourselves. Or pay your bill. Why are you so stuck on a bill all of a sudden? Are you sunstruck? Ooh. Sure, you know, it's twice as bright when you get the ocean and the pool both reflecting at you. Evelyn. You catch sight of any alligators? The New Orleans alligators. Sure, it was a gators everywhere. A swamp. Big, sandy swamp with a pool and a hostess. What's that? Set him up, Harry. Junebug will be here any minute. And we want to be receptive. Alright. But I keep track. There'll be a reckoning. You folks here? About the reckoning? First I've heard. What's up, Harry? Short on your bills? Let the books get away from you? Ooh. Ooh, they don't know what's coming. That's an ignorant thing to say. Been doing my books for 10 years. Keeping this place alive all on my own. Ever since Bess. I'd just let you run that tab up until you drink yourselves underground. No, don't do it! Nah, he didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. No, listen to him! Yeah, Harry. You know I'm only joking. Sure, I know. I know you're joking. Alright, let's drink. I better slow down. Hard times whiskey comes on strong. Don't want to end up like that boiled owl in the corner. I'm a boiled owl? I can't tell anymore. I hear they have some secret ingredients. Or a secret process or something. Something in the wood. They age it in. Yeah, something strange in that wood. Drink up, Larry. Don't call me Larry. Sounds like an old man. Alright, Silver Fox. Ooh, that's sly. Now you... I'll let it slide. Excuse me. Another? Well, I don't get paid until Friday, and I haven't seen Pearl all day. She can pick it up when she comes back. No! Don't count on it. What the hell kind of thing to say is that? It's our own daughter. Generosities have limits. I don't know what she said, but the Slades are good for it. This family takes care of our own. Sure, we'll get it straightened out when she comes back. Uh-oh. Better get here soon, or she'll miss the entertainment. Uh-oh. Shouldn't Junebug be here now, Harry? Yeah. That's what you get working with artists. Hey! Good entertainment, but it's always late. Hey! I am late usually. This is pretty late though. We'll stick around. We're celebrating. Sure. Yeah, he knows. I feel called out. Yeah, not expecting a late night sentimental call. And if he does, let it ring. The philanderer. Last drink, Evelyn? One more, Harry. I just want to hear some music. Well, she'd better show up soon. Is it Pearl time? Is she showing up? She's in the corner. That's Pearl in the corner. That's Pearl in the spot. She's back. Ooh, I don't want to be here for this. Fly on the Wall wants to leave. Fly on the Wall wants to go home. I love this song. I've never heard it. It's a love song. It's a Valentine. Valentine mention. Sure. Ever been in love? Nope. Me neither. Well, there's Ted. Son of a bitch. Evelyn. You love Ted, right? He's a son of a bitch. Out on the road. Selling hammers and hammering shop girls. You know he isn't. Well, I wish he would. You don't mean that. Sure. I don't mean that. He's a son of a bitch. But you have to stick by your family. Sometimes... if it kills you. Do you? Why? You just have to. Why? I love this song. What if they're better off without us? My folks could get better with money. Ted could, I don't know, meet someone new? He wouldn't. He's a good man. Would you? All I want is to be free of parasites. Keep my own money. Pay my own debts. Don't be a fool. Buy me a drink. What do you want? I want to run a hardware store with my dear husband. Evelyn, I want a whiskey. That's all you want? And a love song. She could have said. Sure. Pearl, you could have said something. I shouldn't have to say anything, Dad. Letting us just sit and soak up a debt. We're celebrating. Pearl, it's supposed to be a celebration. Don't you know the news? Larry, drop it. She said Larry. So celebrate. I'm not stopping you. But I'm not paying for it. Your mother's going to be a manager. So put a manager's salary on that tab. It's not... Sure, they said she's management material. What kind of material are you, Pearl? Maybe. He said maybe. I'm made of sweat, and blood, and beer. Just like you raised me. That's a damn strange thing to say. Sure, my hands are cut up, but you're a loan clerk, and your mother is a manager at a supermarket. Damn it, Lawrence. It's not settled. Not settled? O'Neill just handed you a promotion. Why can't you celebrate? Rosa, what did he say to you? Remember what he said to you? He said... Didn't he? He said... Maybe eventually. Ooh. Maybe eventually. Maybe eventually. Management material. Keep your chin up. Maybe eventually. Hi, John Smith. Welcome in. Sooner or later. Keep your chin up. How's that, Dad? Enough. You can still settle. I'll just take longer. Oh, it'll just take longer. I should look again. Just sit with me, Larry. Let's just wait for the music. Get away from the awfulness. Sure. We can celebrate. No. Sure. The Slade women are moving up. Eventually. If she's this late, she's not coming. Where's Junebug? Where's the entertainment? I said, if she's this late, she always shows up. I've got nothing better to do. You gonna settle up first? Don't be a fool. Watch it. I'll buy you a drink. Pearl, no. How about, water, Evelyn, and maybe call it a night? What time is it? I love this song. It's relaxing. Like the sun by the pool. On a beach full of gators. God damn it, Evelyn. Harry, your language. What would Bess think? Yeah, Bess is a good Christian woman. Yeah! God damn it, who cares if I did or didn't go to New Orleans? She didn't mean anything by it. Maybe I just sat here, alone in the dark. Would you like that, Evelyn? Is that what you want to hear? Watching nature programs in the dark? Just me and the deer, and the gators, and the goddamn dinosaurs. It was Harry's arc, Evelyn. 2 by 2. Out of the flood and into the poorhouse. She's just drunk. All on my dime. Well, there's gonna be a reckoning. All of you. Just stick around and you'll see. What are you talking about, Harry? What reckoning? Oh, it tapped me out. I want to hear another love song. Where's Junebug? I hope she never shows up. I can't pay her. The money's run out. What's that? It's gone. The money's all gone. I let you sponges soak up so many free drinks, now I can't even stock the whiskey without striking a deal. I don't know, that sounds like it's his problem. I feel like he could have prevented this. No more whiskey? Harry, what kind of deal? It doesn't matter. You can't blame us. Harry, we're just a little short from time to time. Sure. Just leave, Pearl. Just trust me. Okay. I'm leaving. Are you sure? I'm sure. You don't deserve this. What is Harry gonna do? All I want is a love song and a whiskey. You'll have plenty of time for whiskey. I just want to be left alone. That man is like a straitjacket. I know, Evelyn. If only he'd meet some tall young thing on the road. I know. 11 years behind a supermarket till. Keep your chin up, Rosa. Eventually, maybe. Maybe eventually. Now you all should clear out. Where should we go? Just let us wait. Let us wait for Junebug. We're good for it. We just want to have a few drinks, see the entertainment, then we'll go home. You don't understand. Sure. You know you're struggling. Oh, we know you're struggling. We're all struggling. Harry, you said you have a deal, right? God damn it. You don't understand me. Harry, your language. Yeah, what would Bess think? What's to understand? We'll settle our debt soon. Rose is in line for this promotion. Ooh, it's not happening, dude. All they want is debt. They feed on it. They put it in the whiskey. What? What the hell are you saying? He'll be here soon. The boy from Hard Times. There'll be a reckoning. Harry, our debt's not to the distillery. It is now. I traded it. I sold it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. Hey, I'm not. I don't have a debt, do I? As the fly on the wall. Oh. Oh my. That was a skeleton with the book. That was the debt collector. The debt collector. Did the debt collector kill them? Now we play Act 3. That was like the introduction. We're in. What an insane start to the act. I gotta say that was kind of a pain in the butt to go around through. End of Act 2, Conway took some pain medication and passed out because his leg was like busted. And we're coming back from, I guess, that dream, that whatever was happening to him. 83 and sunny now. Looks like it's gonna get up to about 101 by late afternoon in Louisville, and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight, so get out those parasols. Haha! Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit, so if you're headed to work on 31, you are late, my friend. Why is he laughing about this? Yeah, normal text box. I don't have to mouse around for it. Sugar? Wait, who is Lizette? What? I might still be in a dream. Lizette. This is a new name. Hi, Winborn. Welcome in. Just a little sugar. I forgot how you take your coffee. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. Do you think Lizette is like Conway's wife? Who the hell is Ira? Those old horses of Ira's used to keep me up. The horses mentioned? Are these the horses from the barn? You thought they were having bad dreams. I remember. Ira wouldn't hear it. They're just horses. So trying to be honest, do horses have bad dreams? I feel like you would know. But those horses were trebled. Alethea chewed up the wood in the stalls. Yummy wood. Yeah, do horses dream of electric sheep? That's right. Charlie loved those horses. He'd sit on the roof and read his textbooks and watch them. He was so careful here. Or our roof was just in better shape than the one he fell from. Charlie was alone on that roof. I guess he was. Is Charlie dead? He was so bright. His teacher said... What was the word? Apt. It's not... I'm gonna go with imaginative. Imaginative. That's it. How could I forget? It wasn't his fault. Wait, whose fault was it? Well, it's a tragedy. Yeah. Sure. So, here's what I'm thinking is happening right now. Conway is on his drug trip. He's, like, high out of his mind on whatever the doctor gave him, which was a special painkiller. A special anesthetic specifically for his condition, which was, not good. And I think Conway is having a dream about morning coffee with his wife. Also, maybe his son Charlie is dead. I don't know for sure because we haven't met Lisette or Ira or Charlie before. These names are new to us. At least I think they are. I'm turning into Harry. I don't remember. Actually, Harry did remember, but he was lying. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. Long drive? What makes you think so? Oh, maybe I do know Lisette. Maybe Lisette is like my business partner. I don't know. But we're having coffee together in a kitchen. They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. Yeah, this is the last shipment of antiques. I guess it will be. The last act of Lizette's Antiques. Yeah, okay, Lizette's Antiques. I do know Lisette. Oh, what's the word? The finale. Let's go with finale. I feel like I shouldn't use the word or the term death rattle when Conway is genuinely close to dead. We should ask Izumi Teeny if they do dream of electric sheep. True. Izumi Teeny, horse mode engage. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something. Or I've had too much. It'll come to you. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. It seems inevitable there will start to be words that I lose forever. What are those boxes you said in the hallway? Those are Charlie's old books. Oh. I thought we could look at them together. That sounds nice. Yeah, we're so a married couple. Probably. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? This is a new name. Sure, Liz, I'll wait with you. There's your traffic and weather on the 5s. That's every 10 minutes, brought to you by the Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion after this. Wake up. Wake up, Conway, wake up. Conway, wake up. Oh my god, I'm the fly on the wall. Oh my god, my leg is gone. It was an amputation, real. There's Homer, the dog, on the bottom left. Wow. Wug. There's Dr. Truman. That's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... I was dreaming. That's unlikely. Neuropnol TM is quite powerful. In fact, many patients report a sensation of lost time. You feel like you've lost time? I guess so. It's been about 2 hours. You were that fast? Skipped leg day for real? What have you been doing? We watched TV for a while. Then Dr. Truman showed me some of the terms of this bill. It's kind of... You'll want to look over it for yourself, I think. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Isn't it literally gone? Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Why does it look like that? Well... This isn't my leg. Not your... Of course it's your leg. It doesn't feel like it belongs to me anymore. This is Charlie's leg. It's Bones' leg. I haven't encountered this reaction before. But it's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something like this last year. It can happen for a lot of reasons. Neurological, psychological, social. I'm sure it won't persist in your case. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neuropnol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two, regardless. I'm gonna stare at the leg. Let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. How long am I going to be recovering? Well, at your age, I want to be clear. You should expect lingering effects of your injury for more or less the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. So I'm wondering if it's a prosthetic or if it's actually my leg and I'm just having a funny psychological mishap with it. And I'm seeing it differently now. Mountain lions? Good advice in any context. Yeah. Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. What do I clean it with? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth, moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. Yeah, I was thinking it's like a phantom pain, phantom limb. So, do you have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. Yeah, important business. Tell them about the payment plan in the bill. Ah, yeah, that's one of the, atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill, now that the Consolidated Power Company bought my employer. They handle everything. No! We have a debt. So it all runs through your electricity bill. What? I have an electricity limb. It all runs through your electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full on your next billing cycle, or you can get an on-energy credit payment plan. You'd have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back into the grid. I have a generator leg! Oh, one more thing. Don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of the Neuripnol TM. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Guys, I wasn't late today. It was just my Neuripnol TM, okay? Nothing to be alarmed about. Just keep it in mind. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck. Julian is the big eagle. Ezra is the kid who made friends with the eagle. Things are getting a little funky. Things are a bit silly. I'm gonna sip some tea. Had to be careful to not spit out my tea to see that that was scene 1. We've been going for how long, and that was... We're getting into scene 1 now? Anyway. Let's look at Homer. Homer, what do you have to say about this? This new leg. Get some rest back there? I don't feel much rested myself. We'll get a break. Maybe tomorrow, huh? It's optimistic. What does Shannon have to say about this? How are the drugs treating you? Streetlights seem a bit brighter. Oh, like trails and tracers? What do you mean? Never mind. Your pupils are probably just dilated or something. My dad got a hold of these eye drops once. They stimulate the muscles in your eyeball and dilate the pupils. I guess they have some medical use, but one of the other miners said they'd help him see in the dark. Whoa. But then he had to wear sunglasses all day. Drops lasted too long. The folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor, or health insurance, or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested, and we'd learn to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. Wow. Need to get my eyes dilated, so you can see in the dark. If a cut got infected, or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would walk to so-and-so, and who knew so-and-so, usually another miner, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions. Like all this lore that came with it. The lore pills! It's for screening. So not so you can see at night. Like, magic. Dangerous. Mysterious. Ever run into any problems? Sure, yeah. Stuff would be expired or mislabeled. Mom was allergic to penicillin, as it turned out. That was scary. And one time, in high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions. Mind racing, like 5 conversations going on in her head at once, and you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. Did it help? At first, yeah, it helped a lot. I had a kind presence and clarity of purpose that I've never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day I was sitting on my bed. My notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hands. I remember this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly, with such precision. I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I'd realized the whole thing, recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. My mom patching up the side of a birdcage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image, and that sound. The cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it. Rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. Yeah, Adderall moment, real. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hands, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with a 1,000-yard stare. Whoa. So maybe it wasn't a good fit for her. Even if it worked for her sister. So, what's the plan here? What are we doing? There's the clerk. There's... I mean, food sounds good. I could use a bite to eat. Let's get food. Oh, okay. We've been on the road a while. Well, there's an all-night convenience store not too far from here. Is that okay? Sounds good to me. Okay, we can take 31 heading east. It's right before 65. It's... I already forgot. They have places to go. I chose the options not including the 0 to see if we get to use the map instead of the loop. Oh, we do get to use the map. There's Julian. We take the 31, and then the Trek's engine sputters and dies, as Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. This is what I get for not taking the 0. We're doomed. Good game. It was nice while it lasted. Act 3, Scene 2. Oh. A tree. This is just a tree, it's not the burning tree? Oh, the tree is down. It's... Oh. Okay. Is that Ezra in the tree? I can't talk to Ezra about it. Seems like some crews have already been here if they set up cones. Unless Ezra just happens to have cones. Huh. Yeah, strange. Nothing to be done? Can you take a look at it? I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Yeah, Shannon's more of a TV kind of person. Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? Just superstitious. Right, any other quirks I should know about? Never eat while walking. Well, I guess at your age. Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Looks like a road crew's been out here. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? Let's go with Lucky Boot. Yep, Lucky Boot Collision and Towing. Here's their card. Lucky Boot. Alright, I'll give them a call. I hope I can get a signal out here. Do we have cell phones? Oh, we do. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. It's an OG phone. OG cell phone. Hi, hello. We've got an old, I want to say diesel old truck, just stalled out. Me, 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 me. Did I wake you? Your card says open 23 hours a day. Well, isn't that convenient? You just put that on there for plausible deniability or what? That's okay. Look, we need to get back on the road here, and I'm sure you're busy too. Thanks for the offer, but we really just need a tow, is all. I'm hoping this person comes out. Well, we already ate. As soon as you get out here, we're off 65 somewhere. Just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. Wah, 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 wah. That's actually a pretty accurate description of it. Yeah. Hanging over the power lines just like that. Did you see it go down? Wah, 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 wah. Okay, whatever you need to do. How long do you think you'll be? Hello? It's hopeless. I'm gonna talk to Shannon. I think they're on their way. Guess we have some time to kill. Pretty grim place to be stuck. I wonder what happened. To the tree, I mean. Maybe it was just old. You know what used to happen to old trees out in the forest? Wildfire would come through and clear them all out. It made room for the new trees. I'm sorry, it's killing me that we have Conway, who is very obviously aging and has dealt with a recent health scare, to have Shannon say the tree fell over because it was old. That ooh. I don't expect Conway to take it personally, but like me hearing that, I feel bad. But then people built houses and we can't have fires going all the time, so we keep putting them out. And now we have all these old trees choking out the saplings. Starving the young trees for their resources, just clinging up on life until snap. Then some road crew comes by and blasts the stump with dynamite. This is a direct reference to the fly on the wall play with the old trees being Pearl's parents. I see what they're doing. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. I'm gonna talk to Ezra. Let's see what the youth has to say about this. Are you bored? Sure, but I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind either. Let's play a game. How about 20 questions? Okay. Looking at his shoes. Got it. Okay, guess. Okay. Is it a bird? No, you're guessing too soon. Can I see it with my eye? Yes. Okay, so it's a physical thing. Does it last for more than a day? Well, we put it together and that takes a while, but then we break it apart right away. We put it together and it takes a while, but then we break it apart right away. What? No, it doesn't last more than a day. Not the way it really is. Is it bigger than a dog? No, a dog is bigger. Except for one of those really little dogs. Or a puppy, I guess. Does a puppy count as a dog? Yes, a puppy is a dog. You goober. I thought you knew about animals. Alright, that's all your questions. What's your guess? Okay. It is probably a jigsaw puzzle, if I had to guess. But like, when you finish a jigsaw puzzle, you don't usually take it apart immediately after, right? Maybe you do. Some people put them on like mats and then immortalize them in their completed state. And sometimes you put him away. I'd say maybe more often than not, people would just put him away after. So I'll go with the jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, it's a puzzle. Julian found it at the bus station. It's a picture of a spooky underground lake. There aren't any boats, but some pieces are missing, so maybe that's where the boats are. Ah, we're missing the boat pieces. Homer, what do you think about that? I wish Julian wasn't so busy right now. Oh, Ezra's talking to Homer. He's got a lot of houses to carry still. He can handle it on his own. I'm gonna talk to Shannon again. That thing's been broken for years. So, we'll get to find out what station you had it tuned to when it went out. A snapshot of a younger man's tastes. Haha. You remember what it was? Some college station? Well, I'm sure we'll find something to listen to on the road. So Conway was... Wait, the radio. The radio... Is it tied to the truck? I'm trying to think if he was in college doing this antique business. How long has he been in this? Especially if it was a business with Lizette. Does that mean they've been a thing? Or at least business partners since college? Makes you think. Makes you think. It's also possible he had the truck prior to any of that. Maybe having the big delivery truck was just a happy accident for, you know, the business he got into. Oh, this is new. Where are these guys? Trees. Oh, it's Johnny and Junebug. Is this the right way? I don't recognize these trees. Of course it is. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Just, the trees are so quiet, right? Usually you'd hear birds, wind, a squirrel or something. Turn your ears down and focus on the radio, Cricket. Junebug and Cricket. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bored. I'll work some chord progressions in my head for a while or something. Haha. Look at the road ahead. How far out are we? Are we there yet? Oh, stop. Harry's not gonna be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. I'll tell him about the frog. He won't understand. Radio. Hey, yeah. Didn't you play on this record? This is Dee Dee's record. Yeah, Dee Dee. Dee Dee. That guy's out of control. We should do a set with him. He's a creep. Yeah, that creep can play though. Oh man. Not the music industry moment. What time is it? It's late. It's nighttime. Harry's gonna flip out. Are they gonna... I'm trying to think when... No, there was a play. It wasn't real. Oh man. Like, these two people are acting out something that is like a part of a screenplay, which is tripping me up a little bit because I don't know what's real. The intro to Act 3 was maybe historical fiction improv? I don't know. That old man was born flipped. I just hope we can scrape up some tips. Hard enough when you get there on time. I'll make sure Harry pays up. I have a way with him. I know. What are they gonna do to Harry? Are they gonna drive by us? Wait! Okay, sidecar. I think they had a dog. I guess you could call it that. Just some old dog bones with some fur draped over it. Poor thing. What about the straw hat? We still have all this useless bread from the bakery gig. It's stale, but a dog won't care. Fine. Just for a minute to share some bread. Gah! You're the best. And hey, maybe if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try to bilk us on our fee. Bilk. Are they coming back? I'm gonna talk to Ezra. We're getting bread soon. Was that him? Who? Lucky, oh, the tow company? No. Yeah, they're too fast for a truck. I bet they're getting chased by something. Maybe they didn't see us. Next time, we should yell. Oh, they're back. Homer already knows what's up. Stay here. Careful, he's wicked with strangers. You... I like Ezra's question. Kids ask the funniest stuff. I have to go down this route. Who's chasing you? It's gonna scare the shit out of them. Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So? Dinosaurs. Sure, something like that. Listen, we've got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? Probably from space. I always said you fell from heaven, ma'am. Ah, they're in love. Otherworldly. It's unmistakable. Now here's another question for you. Do you like music? I love Ezra's answers. I don't like music, but I do like sounds. Of course you do. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea. Well, we're waiting for a tow. A tow? I won't hear about it. This time of night, you'll be kicking your heels till dawn. We'll fix your truck up. Me and Johnny are a couple of regular gearheads. Why, I just put a new cylinder block in this baby over here. The sloth on wheels. That's what we call our bike. We call it the sloth on wheels. Because it's too tired. We'll get you fixed up quick, so you can come to the gig. See, we have a regular booking tonight, and, well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told them. Now the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Doxed Harry, holy smokes. Last named him. Just a short set. We only have 1 song prepared. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. Before we even get to finish saying anything, let's get interrupted. Of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? I'm talking to the dog, to Homer. Hungry, old man? I think I've got a crest in the sidecar here. But that dog of yours is such a pitiful sight. Are they gonna try to steal Homer? Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by old Charlie Moran Highway. Just east off 65. East off 65! Charlie Moran Highway. Remember that. Write that down. We usually take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. They're gonna fix the truck and they're gonna steal Homer. Charlie Moran Highway, east off 65. Real. Are we going again? We're going again! East off the 65. Charlie Moran. We're on the 65 right now. Charlie Moran. East off the 65. Petting zoo. Petting zoo is closed. Ah, poor Johnny. They say it was over here? Was it what? Uh-huh. Oh my god, there's another... Wait. Tavern. Just had to follow the gearheads. Act 3, Scene 3. Bum bum. We're at the lower depths. Suddenly this feels like Rain World. We're in subterranean. Oh, look at the trees, too. I mean, they're rhombuses, but they're trees. Feels a little like home, huh? But I wish it didn't. Well, can't control your feelings, right? Aww. Oh my god, the scene is so 3D. Bar door time. Kind of late. Are you sure they're open? Sure, they're open. This is one of those places. One of those places. Let's head on in. We're not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A poet. I'm starting to think that my bone leg is representative of debt. If the guy who was collecting debts in the play was made of bones, he was like a debt man. Makes you think. Huh. It's curious. Sandwich! Is it a brick sandwich? A rough brick between two pieces of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. Wow. Ma'am, I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision, Cricket. We've got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. What kind of music do you play? It's like Cyrano Cole meets the Towner, but with a woman lead, and the keyboards are kind of ambient whisper wave. Ambient whisper wave! A little bit more reverb. There's some Dolly Crown in there too, like the early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Ah, classic. Better drum programming though. Yeah, whisper wave, got it. Yep. I think he gets it, ma'am. Oh, he gets it. Is this really him? This looks like the place. This looks legit. I'm not gonna talk to him yet. I'm kind of afraid of him. I'm gonna talk to Ezra. Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox's catalog of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. What kind of game is this? All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. I don't want it. Yelling towards exit. Say, shut the GD door, would you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Dude speaks in acronyms. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night just waiting for musicians. Gets lonely, doesn't it? Yeah, kinda. Been like this all night? Everybody had to, clear out. So you're telling me the improv show actually happened? Let's get set up, huh? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for... We brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also Junebug and Johnny have brought us to be the patrons. Don't you want to hear some music, Harry? Sneaky. Hi, am I doing this right? Hi, Alessa, up top. No, that wasn't sneaky at all. I'm gonna high five you for that. um, Alessa is mentioning we have a new redeem in the channel, which was inspired by Tofi posted about how much she likes having the option to do like a quiet hi in chats. So if anyone ever wanted to say hi without worrying about having to talk during stream, then you have that option. So you can do it, and I'll see that you're here, and I will think, wow, I am so happy that Stone Toad is here, and I will expect Stone Toad to not follow up conversation afterwards. You can just hang out. Yeah. Yeah, okay, sweet. I am appreciating your presence when you sneaky high. And you can go back to lurking. So we have that now. And it costs you a pretty penny. It's a whole shiny. That does sound nice after the day I've had. But you what, Harry? You what? Also, I can't help but notice that, when these two are walking, they sound like robots. Or at least maybe Johnny does. I heard some, like, mechanical stuff happening. I gotta see what the goggles are. A bulky set of black goggles sit on the edge of the table, next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. Black goggles. Like the fly on the wall? I don't know if I had black goggles on during that scene. But the newspaper and ashtray were there. What do you think it belongs to? Whoever they are, they're gone now. Must have been pretty tanks to leave it behind. This thing looks expensive. Ooh. What? The vibes at the function are abysmal. Coming to the bar and, like, probably 5 people just got kidnapped. Oh, no. It's okay, I don't know. Yeah, this is fine. How's it looking out there? How are y'all feeling tonight? Can we get a bit more reverb in the monitors? Harry's adjusting things. How's that? Test, test. 1, 1, 1, 3, 50. Lamentation, lamentation. Sounds good. How's everybody doing? Anyone had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Yeah, not too bad. Well, we'll take care of that right now. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were out just riding around, you know. You like to drive around, old man? That's my job. That, of course you do. So we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive. Busted up facade. Weeds in the parking lot. They're really dumping on Harry over here. Harry just has to sit and take this. Taps all dry. Ouch! Bats in the bar room. Ooh! And run by this creaky bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. Punched straight in the gut. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey, now... So we stopped for an early drink, and there was a lady singing right here on stage. And the song she sang, well, it stuck with us. And now it's a regular part of our repertoire. They just took someone else's song. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal, and she had a voice like Scotch whiskey. And we just hope to do her song justice. So here it is. Too Late to Love You. Is this gonna make me cry? No. Alright, get ready. Song so good the ceiling tiles fly off. I love that with the new eye tracking, you can see when I look at chat so obviously. It's like, oh. The ambient whisper waves, yeah. I feel like I'm floating. When you left me, I never should have met you. I wish we'd met before. I'm already in my feels. Do I need to do anything? Oh, I have to pick the lyrics. I thought it was just singing happening. I don't know which one I clicked on. There actually are vocals. The longing. We're going the longing route. The longing route. Giving nothing but thieves energy? I gotta look them up. But excuse me, game of the year? This is so awesome. I feel like I'm playing a movie. I'm playing a TV show. I'm getting emotional. Dude. Kentucky Route Zero is insane. Also, that's the first time we've heard any voices, I think, so far in the game. Man. What the heck? Ezra goes back to the jukebox. Well, hope you liked it. None of these are good reviews. I want to say I liked it. I'm gonna go kind of sad, isn't it? Kind of. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. We've just got to get our fee from Harry, and then we'll get you headed to the, zero. You think Harry's actually going to be able to pay anything? Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I'd say the crowd was into it. Reverential. Wrapped. I guess the usual fee is about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just a... Damn it. I was trying to tell you to. I can't pay. They cleaned me out. Got nothing left but a GD IOU from the distillery. A gosh dang IOU. An IOU. Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credit, so I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. I had to. Gotta keep this place open somehow, goddammit. Watch your language, Harry. Harry is swearing up a storm this episode. This act. Could you pay them with your IOU? Well, very contemporary, very astute. How about it, Harry? Let's push some paper around. Well, it's just I can collect on it here when they bring more whiskey up, but for you to cash in, you'd have to go down to, you know, down to the distillery, down to hard times, and you know we've got to take the zero. So that's what we'll do. How do we get there? Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but people hear things, rumors. Do you know another way to Dogwood Drive? Dogwood? Got a letter, did you? I've got a stack of them. Well, okay. Sounds like the zero's your only course now. Harry, you're alright. If only. You got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you gotta do. Take a left out of the parking lot, and then just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar. But... I mean familiar but strange. You know the feeling? Like, I used to go hunt with my uncle, out in the mountains. And now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's the deer. And I know all the plants in every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look right. It's even stranger for being so close to familiar. Something like that. You'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial, drive for a bit, then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for, eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? I already forgot what I need to do. Okay, so I need to listen on the radio for something that sounds familiar but strange. And I need to drive for a bit. And then turn around at some point. That doesn't sound too hard. Radio time. Gotta be FM radio. Oh, it's not even on. The doy. I hope this isn't loud. What's this station? I've never heard this before. Sounds like horses? Horses running? A race? Lisette and Ira had some horses years back. Yeah, I've always been a little afraid of them. They're so big and, I don't know, you look in their eyes and they're almost human. Like they're human and animal at the same time. Since they've been domesticated so long, I guess. Well, that fits familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just drive until it cuts out? I mean, that was fast. Alright. Horse. Oh. They're just hanging out. Some of them are striking a pose. Haunts. Yeah, that's not the pasture. These horses are lost. I guess I'm just going. Hall of the Mountain King. What are you? I'm sorry, what? It's not a pasture, it's a highway! Hall of the Mountain King. I mean... the team's all here. I'm gonna talk to Homer first, as is tradition. What do you suppose happened here? What kind of storm washed it away? Haven't seen much weather down here, though. Mysterious. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Should we even be on this part of the bridge if that part's falling down? Oh, am I the one with the sounds? The funny robotic noise? I'm confused. Having to cut him loose, ma'am? Well, now I'm having fun. Ah, okay. Slow night anyway. No, that was Johnny. Okay. Johnny's the one that sounds robotic. Mechanical. Going up. Well, what have we here? A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Okay. Computers? Technology? Shannon's gonna love this. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. What does the Mountain King have for us? Pet carrier. This one might be pertaining to me. A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may have once been a blanket. When I say that, I mean for, like, Conway, not for me personally. Because Conway has the dog. I want to be clear. These are not Dogler allegations, alright? You cannot use this as evidence. Backpack. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Who has a cat? Banger piece. This is awesome. The salmon fillet and the dog crate work on you? The salmon fillet. I mean, if it's real salmon, I'd say it's as good as any other salmon meal, right? No, that's not true. You can make salmon so awesome. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. I'm just saying, like, if it's salmon, I'll eat it. I like salmon belly. That's a thing? You can eat the belly of the salmon? Who's Amy? Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew, when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interest at heart, while really... Finish that! Because now Amy's talking to Junebug. Really, you're in love with the young woman as well, and you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. What's happening? I'm lost. What are you talking about? No, you're right. It's insipid, derivative. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot, Botus-ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment, just me and my thesaurus, steaming up windows. I'm not sure you should be listening to this, kid. I'm not listening. Okay, good. But of course it didn't last. Or it couldn't last. Book talk author? Kinda feels like it. You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. Inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. Ha! So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction. And then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. Was the love concave polygon cooking up some, like, AI steamy companion? Is that why they don't talk anymore? Is that why they had a falling out? In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. You don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Hops in the fire. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. I do not want to be anywhere near this smoke. I will die. I will get cancer from these fumes. A woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. When's the last time you saw a person, Amy? Oh, I guess there is another guy here. Got the old man. This is Donald! Whoa! Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. He's lost his mind. Where the old green river runs, through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? Maybe he hasn't lost it. Maybe he's just weird. Sorry, did we startle you? I might say you did. I thought you might be one of them. Oh, no, you can't be. We've been patching all their spy holes. We keep the lights dim and the motors running softly. And we route the smoke out through... That is... What were we talking about? The fumes are getting to him! What's that computer over there? Looks pretty vintage. It looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot. Or to flower. No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively, and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. And that's to say nothing of the software, but... You look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry? Dude's doing mold computation! The mold would burn up. Exactly, it burns. And oh, the sweet smoke that issues from it. But it also leaves a sticky residue to seep through the machine, forming new connections and creating new circuits. The computer is no longer the pure domain of language or mathematics, but entropy. Yes, slime computer. They did computations with fungi! Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. But we are mere tourists in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The caves stretch far away. We are too late. Always too late. What? Did you say something? I'm just interested in the mold computer. The mold computer. Oh, Xanadu! You've heard about it! Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative on Post-Structural Witness. Wait, you're just saying words now. Evolved, and then deteriorated. Donald sighs dramatically and takes a puff from his pipe. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. Suddenly I want to read this, like, you know, pushes up glasses Redditor, like, evolved, then deteriorated. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted, and then all the charm was broken. He doesn't sound like that, though. This is old man. This is old man Donald. He doesn't know about Reddit. You have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly on your work, as your work declines into ruin? Ooh. I think the only person who isn't really dealing with it is Junebug. Let's go with Conway's. I drive deliveries for a small antique shop and we're closing down. Shuffling around the dusty ghosts of antiquity. He's so... I'm sorry, he's so... pushes finger to bridge of glasses. Well, I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in there. In Xanadu. It's running on that glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce. Anyway, far too late to do anything. Dude's given up. There's also Andrew over here. Oomst. You know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... I'm getting ahead of myself. This guy talks like I do. I've got it. How would you characterize this space? The one we're standing in now. Kinda spooky, but I'm not scared. Spooky for a baby. I think we'd all agree that's a fair assessment. How could... Wait, let's unpack that for a moment. What makes it spooky? No. How do you know it's spooky? Or would be spooky for a baby? The shadows. Sure, that's... But they're not just shadows, right? I mean, they could be... They're projections. Or maybe they're anatomies. How's that? Can you tell where we are now? Surrounded by creeping anatomies? Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Only if you close yours. I'm going with Junebug. Okay. I can do it from memory. Good. Now. You are standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. All these people have lost it. But what are all these computers for? Computers? Oh, now I remember. I was writing on them. I described a cave. That was my job. Describe the cave. There's a great history of caves in the literature, don't you know? The walls are frozen rivers of orange stone. Isn't that vivid? I had a lot to live up to. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor, instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. In Xanadu did Kubla Khan? The what? The huh? I'm on the brink of insanity? That's what this feels like. Everyone's minds are falling apart because of the mold computer fumes. Donald wanted me... Wait, excuse me. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer. And I've put in the hours. Believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often, in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? It can only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write. And all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. Poor guy. A man wearing large glasses inspects the ceiling. Wow. I gotta look at all of the eyeball things before I go to Xanadu. I think Xanadu's through this, this gate. A massive gate constructed out of scavenged materials blocks passage down the far side of the spire. Okay. So, okay, that's the gate. Xanadu's not blocked by the gate. Got it. I'm starting to wonder if Johnny is a synth. Guys, you think Johnny's real? You think Johnny's a real person? Wait, who's Roberta? We got a new person to talk to. The camera doesn't know where to look. The kingdom is in peril. Well, what else is new? Do you work here? Work. You could call it that. I gather old circuit boards and throw them in the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry. Talismans. A magic mirror that prevents the future. A magic shield that protects the bearer from age. A magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. Roberta's got the tinfoil hat on, full of melted computer chips. Then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into senescence. The kingdom is in peril. The chemicals are crazy. The chemical users are crazy. Alright, Xanadu time. I'm gonna look at it first, before I use it. Before I subject my mind to the mold circuit. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. Alright. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. You're gonna stick the punch card into it? Act 3, Scene 5. Xanadu. We're entering the Oasis. Enters VR chat. Everyone is made of bones. Everyone's in debt. Whoa. Have I seen this before? Do I know what this is? This shape seems familiar. Whoa. Oscilloscope looking ass. At den of what? This is the mold speaking. I see an outhouse. No, it's a brick house. It's a... You are... it's at the Zoop BF, it's, around is, trees. Try blowing on it. Conway blows some dust off the keyboard and presses the return key. That's a road, small, brick building. Around you, something. Oh, that's worse. Try typing help. Help. It's, Wagner. Arriving at the Pleasure Dome, Xanadu. What was that? I'm bleed quick? You are in, building alone, east-west something passage with, something everywhere. Lula, the computer, crying on the something pad, something. That, everything's, wow. Let's say Lula? Lula. Something Donald. I'm gonna turn it down for you. It's still gonna be loud for me, but I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. I don't want to, like, wear out your ears. I'll turn it back up once it's done doing the scratchiness. Something dongle, L something something. I've got the machine up and school of won't. I don't know. Something about odd paper. And you've... How's something? Can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degausser with me. Ugh. Old systems like this can build up a remnant magnetic field that sort of warps everything along whatever pattern it's settled into, you know? The degausser clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway. Like shaking a snow globe. Heh, we're the shot. We gotta start putting molds in more computers. I know, this is so awesome and usable. I'm putting the magnet on it. Hall of the Mountain Gink. King. Do it again, do it again. After what may of a tunnel in a cave. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Something about a spire. This is where you... Something... Set up your... Something. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. This is a lost cause. What a piece of junk. Damn. Alright, is it off? Can I turn it? Okay. Volume's back. That thing was so noisy. We're on to scene 6. Back to the Hall of the Mountain King. I mean, that's where we were. I guess we went to Xanadu and then we came back. Alright. Bizarre. And what was that about Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Let's talk to Donald. Path me there. I liked the oscilloscope looking screen that they had going on. That was a cool effect. I wonder how they did that. Mods, show me how this thing is graphically programmed. Mods, deconstructed visuals. Right back to Donald. I'm waiting for it to catch up. Keep going, keep going. I can zoom in. Whoa! Whoa! Kinda looks like this gate is open. I don't know what this is, though. Is that where I came from? It's maybe how I entered. Yeah, that's where I entered from. Don't mind me. I'm just walking. Give it a second to turn. I am seeing if there's anything I can press that gets me there sooner. There's Amy. They really just make you sit and wait, don't they? Hey, walking does take time, especially when you're walking on rickety old bridges constructed at the top of a mountain that is built of moldy computers that are on fire. So it's best to err on the side of caution and walk slowly. I'm already there, I just don't have the thing for Donald. There it is. So, you've seen it for yourself. Or what's left of it. Is that the end? The chalky bones of a beautiful dream. But you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There is so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory. exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What did they look like? They look like... No, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're... strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I'd listened to Lula, Yeah, ghost miners in the mold computer? They're in there. It's the computer built out of the guilt of the mining company. It's trained on the guilty mining company owners. Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together, did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Lula is gone from here. But... Donald points across the cave with his pipe. Still in there. In Xanadu. We literally met Lula. She was in the office. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway. But... Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle. A shrine to perfect simulation. This guy doesn't go outside. Until... But maybe? This guy is afraid of the outside. Those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've spent many eager seconds to negotiate with them, to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Push back the vines. Crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change between your hands and knees, from rock to crystal, and then to mud. Then you'll be out. What about the mold? Do I have to worry about mold? Is there gonna be any mold in this tunnel? That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe, and a few dreams left. Okay, have fun. Have fun with the mold. Scene 7. Where the strangers come from. Ah, this is so beautiful. Look at how that block of text fits perfectly. Ah, perfect rectangle. Perfect footprint. Oh, this is just straight up a cemetery. This is what we saw in Xanadu! What do you call this? Mausoleum? Are we going in? Or are we coming out? Oh, we're coming out! We made it. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. It's muddy. Yeah, that's what he said. Crystals and then mud. Okay. I want to stay outside. Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. That sounds more fun anyway. Okay, we'll make it quick. Alright, so we're never seeing Junebug or Ezra ever again. Holy mother of eyeballs, do we have to look at all these? Oh wait, we're Ezra and Junebug, and we're looking for lizards now. I'm gonna go this way. An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Ben Tobin, generous disposition, will be missed. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. I'm not remembering this or writing it down. HT8191T, fill date June 29th, notes of almond. I'm going to assume it's not important and it's just a funky little quirky side detail. An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Kyle Rodolfo and Cindy Au. We think you two would really have liked each other. They put two bodies together on the idea that they would have liked each other when they were alive. I'm sorry, that's so funny. That is such a funny idea. Can you imagine, like, the cemetery matchmaker? Can you imagine trying to convince the... No, I don't want to get into it. It's not worth entertaining the idea. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. HT8192B, fill date July 24th. Weird finish. Weird finish. Alright, we got an epitaph. Rob Barker. Always had a far-off look. Probably still does. HT8192E. Fill date August 1st. Aftertaste of rainwater. Damian Grosser or Brett Camper. They don't know who it is? They forgot? HT8192N. Fill date September 8th. Sweet and fungal. Fungal. Why are they tasting these guys? I don't know. Gregory Menenga. Would have wanted it this way. 8192Q. Fill date September 9th. Maple and turpentine. That's a pretty similar date to the last couple of people we looked at. I'm not finding any lizards. Cassenda Bland. Should have said something. X. 8192X. Elon Musk's second child. HT8192X. Fill date November 1st. Sense of foreboding. An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Unknown. Seemed reasonable. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. HT8192Y. Fill date November 2nd. Easy on the nose. HT8192 Twitter. Find any lizards? I wasn't really looking. Nice cover story, kid. Is that guy your boyfriend? This is such a kid question to ask. Nah, what's a boyfriend anyway? It's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything to me. He's my cricket. See? That means something. It's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kid your age would be in bed. You've just gotta make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half-foot shorter, and all gray, no eyes. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. And we knew we weren't miners. Underwater cave? Hid in an underwater cave? Were they underwater? What? Did Junebug and Johnny die in the flooding of the mine? We slipped out onto the road, just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night, we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. Feel more like myself every day. How'd they get the motorcycle? How'd they break free from the mining company? Wow. I feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. Well, there. Now you're getting specific. Ezra has an identity. Oh, they're back. There you are. What'd you find in there? It wasn't... Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. What happened in there? Right, okay. We got what we need. Let's go. Yeah, raised eyebrow emoji? Excuse me? What are they doing in the abandoned church? When God isn't looking? What are they doing? What are they doing? Back to the Hall of the Mountain King. I love this font. I need to find out what it is. I wonder if it's in the game files. I mean, we talked to Donald because we're right here, right? Trace an orbit round the road, and close your eyes with holy dread. For we on mold and whiskey fed, and drank from rivers down below. We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? They say you need to unplug it for a while. Unplug it? Of course! Restore the software to its initial state. Let it course again, through the moldy circuits, fresh and rejuvenated, ready to thrive. Well then, unplug it! By all means, do not hesitate. Unplug the machine. Back to Xanadu. We can't talk to Andrew or Amy. I think it's just descriptions again. Yeah. Keep going, keep going. I'm walking. I'm walking. It's gonna take me a minute again. The gate is still closed. I don't know if we're ever gonna get to go through it. It has to be. I mean, if they're going to make a deal out of it and let me know that it's there, surely they're gonna have it open at some point. Maybe Donald will open it. Maybe Donald has the key. And he's waiting for us to fix Xanadu, and then he'll be like, you now have access to the moldiest section of the Mountain King's Shrine. Breathe it in. Breathe in the spores, my child. Wait for it, wait for it. Almost there. If I have one complaint about this game, only complaint, the only complaint I could ever make, because everything else is beautiful and I love it. This scene needs to rotate faster. Please let me click on the Xanadu computer. Please, 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 please. Because I know the people are already there. They're just sitting by it, but I can't use the dialogue yet. And when I click on Xanadu, I'm gonna preemptively lower the volume again. There we go. Okay. Volume's going down just in case. I'm saving your ear holes. Okay, so I'll just unplug it and wait a minute, I guess. Actually, it's not loud yet. You guys get to hear the cave sounds for a little bit longer. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. Next scene, Xanadu? Yep, scene 9. Xanadu. Is it gonna be noisy? Are you gonna... I'm lowering it. Maybe. I'm sorry, maybe it's fine. If it sounds cool, I don't want you to miss it. I'm leaving it loud for now. Yeah, it's fine. Xanadu. As long as it's not a super loud, overwhelming, constant... At end of road. That's where we just were! End of road! It's the cemetery! That's so fun. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. I'm going into the building. Enter building. Oh, it's like a... It takes input through the typewriter. This is so crazy. Inside building. I feel like I'm playing Inscription again for the first time. This is awesome. Beep boop. We got a table with the lamp and a chair. Wah. You're inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There's a sensible, modern electric lantern nearby. I'm gonna get the lantern. That sounds nice. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. That's not something you can enter. Okay, walk through the forest? Just type of direction? Okay. North. In forest. Specifically the North Forest. I like how even in here the trees are funny polygon leaves. Looks cool. You're in open forest with a deep valley to one side. Can we climb a tree? That is a good question, Ezra. Climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Whoever made this game was not very imaginative. Sorry. Can we dig a hole? Dig a hole. You can't see any such thing. Well, you don't see the hole until you dig it, you goober Xanadu. Pretty limited vocabulary. Yeah, seriously. South. You're in forest. Hey, it's a maze. East. Yeah, mold is a bad DM, unfortunately. You're in forest. Lula is here. Soldering replacement components in a small handmade radio. We should talk to her. How is Lula doing? Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio's circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Lula hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. I'm sorry. I love this because it's... Donald made a machine to simulate real life, and in his simulation, he goes to Lula, and Lula compliments him on his technological ability. Donald was in love with Lula, by the way. This is something that we learned from past acts. Or at least there was something complicated going on. Is this why the group broke up? Probably. Donald just had rancid vibes. Let's go west. You're in forest. Joseph is here, tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. I'm so ready for the simulation to be like, Joseph is a stinky, like, bedwetter, and has no chance with Lula. Maybe he has something to say. Listen. Donald, I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on, from right to left. Long, weary song. Drearily gone. Dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through these woods, Donald. Ha! I've been noting down the sounds of the forest, with an ear for speech, and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So, maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punched cards. They are using punch cards! Okay, so we've gone east, we've gone west. I'm gonna go north. Oh. At edge of hole. Did we jump in the hole? Do you dare me? Wah. You're at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. I have a computer tied to my back. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Ow! Ow! We have the lamp, so we may as well use it. Oh, wait. Well, I'm gonna listen to Ezra first, because gotta... The best way to brainstorm, or to, you know, try stuff, is to go with the silliest stuff first. Yell into the hole first to see if there are any pirates. Yell. I only understood you as far as wanting to yell. Yell, any pirates down there? No response. No pirates. Sorry, kid, you're batting 0 today. The zero is funny looking. At least we know there's no pirates. Ezra's onto something. Let's use the lamp. Light lamp. Your lamp is now on. Shine lamp in hole. It's like the sex dice. I'm sorry. The lamplight only reaches a few yards down the hole, where the rock is coated in a slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. Okay. I mean, going into the hole seems dangerous. Let's use the rope since we have it. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing about what I said. It's too funny to me. I had to say it out loud. I had to say it. Ahem, ahem. Down. Yeah, cavity search. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. We made it. We're going in. In bed quilt. Okay, looks like a cave. A cave called Bed Quilt. It's got a couple corridors. Got some stalagmites and stalactites. You are in Bed Quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. They set up their equipment in the cave? Is this what the 0 is? Say something back to her. Say something back. We gotta be more specific, right? You make an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. Lula looks pensive. Oh, okay, Lula wasn't serious about this being the last trip. Ask her where the treasure is. Ha! If we knew that, we wouldn't have to set up down here. I know you think this environment will help our project, get us in touch with a deep romantic reverence for some kind of profound natural spookiness. But I was more comfortable in our lab. The university picked the worst time to cut our funding. Typical institutional stinginess and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we were getting really close to something. Something. Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here, you know, to live and work here together. I'll ask about the cave. Having second thoughts? I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. Weird acoustics. Earlier, as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment. Or, not voices themselves, but the echoes of voices, singing. Some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. I'm glad I'm not down here alone. Joseph looks uncomfortable. Hi, Elijah Tucker! Twitch has officially taken away all my sanity. Well, I promise you're not gonna find any more sanity here, but I hope you enjoy the episode. We're in Act 3 of Kentucky Route Zero right now, and we're looking at a computer named Xanadu, which has been trained off of the archivists of some funny research in, I don't know, developing some sort of non-linear travel. I don't know, it's... Just hop on. We're gonna enjoy the ride. We'll figure it out as we go. We're looking at a simulation right now. Someone else's simulation. Jealous. Oh, okay. In Donald's simulation, Lula says she's happy she's not down here alone. And then Donald's simulation says Joseph looks uncomfortable because Joseph is jealous. Which very well could have been real. And it also could have been On the flip side, Donald projecting a little bit. Hey, Donald, can you help me with, wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. You hear an unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. Oh. Maybe if we help Lula, she'll have more to tell us. Let's do that. Help Lula. Thanks, Donald. I can never remember which color lead goes to which pin. Lula begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. You think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean. Maybe some old pottery shards. From when the world was young and early men and women huddled in these caves to... You know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils. Sadder than animal remains, I mean. We might come across a petrified mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint, and we say, there is a point of contact here, where a baby touched the earth, and maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage, but the life who owned that body never cared and has moved on anyway. And that's the end of it. But suppose I shine my lantern on one of these walls, and I see a crude painting, thousands of years old. 2 men and a woman, charcoal and blood on rock. 2 men and a woman? Joseph, Donald, and Lula? Question mark? Hi, Kid Mitten! Kid Mitten, this game is insane. Positive. I'm enjoying it so much. It's ridiculous. Happy Thursday, welcome in. Someone put that there, to keep something on the rock after she passed. A hope, a relationship, or a moment. A worry, maybe. A regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk on the itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and now we're looking at this painting. This dangling copy. With no original. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that? Let's check it out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. In tunnels, beep boop boop bop. I'm surprised they want to go towards the sound. I feel like that would be the last thing they would want to do. Were they done setting up? They must have been. Glad you're liking it. It's so cool! It's ridiculous. We had the music scene with Junebug and Johnny earlier, and it was a nice little cinematic moment. We rushed down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. I want to hear Ezra's opinion. How do you like all this, kid? Kind of boring, but I like boring stuff sometimes. He's so real. The tunnel narrows, and soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged, crystalline surfaces. I saw it flash for a second. What's happening? Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. We're in the crystal room. Oh boy. Oh, that's a skeleton. I wonder if this is a dead man who previously mined and was in debt. You're in a large, irregular chamber. The walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. What was the intermission episode before this full episode? It was the, like, improv bar scene, which was really long and really cool. Getting to be the fly on the wall, seeing Pearl's family fall apart, and seeing Harry sell off everyone at the bar, and the skeleton man getting all the debt, collecting the debt, being the debt, everything's debt. My leg is debt. I love that weird scene. It was so funny. I hated every single time Harry would say something mean, he'd look at me. They'd never talk to me directly, but they'd talk about me and then look at me. It was sick and twisted. Calling me the old shot in the corner. Finally! Let's listen to what he says. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life, and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment, then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Joseph's out of there. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. I am Donald, so you know I'm gonna follow Lula. Run northeast. Lula's headlamp scans... Oh, wait. Oh, they probably all have headlamps. It's probably fine. Lula's headlamp scans across the northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourselves cornered. You have hit a dead end. Who are they? Comfort. Comfort Lula. You reassure Lula that the strangers are harmless. Are you sure? Played a YouTube video that was funnier when he remembered it than fled in shame. And we all had to sit there and watch it. Maybe you're right. It sounds like they've gone back to work. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly. Oh, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact. Then we'll find our way back to the equipment. No eye contact. Still in bed quilt. You are in bed quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Lula's here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? We should look for him. Search. I only understood you as far as wanting to search. You have to be more specific. Search for Joseph! Down one of the tunnels. Search tunnel. You select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. With the equipment. Search equipment. The various computer and audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnels as you scan slowly across the pile. Nothing. Joseph climbs down from the rope, still tied above. Thank goodness gracious. That damn sound! Those damn voices! I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through that network of tunnels. I ran my hand along the wall, always turning left, but every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here. They're in the zero! It's the zero! And I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the zero and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned in my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lulu looks down at her feet. We should ask him more about that. Ask Joseph about the zero. Donald, you've heard the same damn stories I have, but it's different. Doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving. To hell with all of it. Get him back on track, we're so close. Drag him back to the hole. Divert Joseph's attention. You shout something at Joseph about the project you are working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves. And what about those men? You know they'll come back. This is gonna be a hard sell for Joseph. I feel like I should just let him go, but we have to choose an option to convince him. Yeah, we could find somewhere to start a fight. No, that sounds like a bad idea. We're gonna smoke out the tunnel. We can hide from the strangers, you goober. You shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Do you hear their voices? They'll find you. But not me. I'm going back to the surface. Good. Wait. Oh my god. Okay, hold on for a second. I want to point out, we've only seen Lula inside the zero, for starters, and we've only seen Donald inside of the zero. You know who the one guy that we talked to outside of the zero in the real world where the maps are, flat and topographical, and you can like chart stuff out on him. That was Joseph. Joseph is alive and not in the zero. He's not stuck in limbo. Joseph made it out. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. Stop, your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right, we can't stay here. I'm leaving too, but I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down the zero. Oh, okay. Don't let her leave us here. Get Lula's attention. You plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail. And then you can see your what your damned machine does with it. The recordings! Just like the museum exhibit! And then Donald used the recordings to make this! Oh, shit. Oh, that's crazy. It's got so many layers. Lulu and Joseph have left. Oh, we're alone. By we're alone, I mean the simulation of Donald is alone. I'm with my boys. And by my boys, I mean... Ezra, Junebug, Johnny, and Shannon, and Homer. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, or your confidants. Confidants. I never know how to say that. I never know which one it is. Your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like Beardo has his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passages for a new site in which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Vain. Vanity. Ain't it the truth? Shannon's going on a long tangent again. My aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole ethnomusicography thing, she was a painter. Mostly nudes and oil. She had this model. I'll never forget him. Big, classically physical guy. Looked like he was about to storm Troy. He made everyone call him the Colonel. Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot. You couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room while Aunt Remedios made a sketch of his profile or worked on the right mix of pigments for his abdomen. The Colonel had this magnificent hair, long black hair that ran down just to the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening, he was standing next to an open window in the back of the house. The sun was setting, early spring, I think. It was kind of windy. Aunt Remedios was trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it, like half in front and half behind, running over his shoulder and laying across his chest in this very specific way. But it itched him or something, and he'd do this weird, indignant shuffle thing, or the wind from the open window would push it around, or he'd start and turn his neck, and when Weaver and I ran by, and everything would be tangled again. The final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his neck. Weird thing is, I don't even remember his face now, just the black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. Whoa. The best art was the one that was taking the subject's, own desires into account. It was one where the subject fought back against the artist's vision. Interesting. After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques. In the center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy. I'm seriously in love with this game so much. I'm so immersed. I want so much more of this game, and there's like 3 more acts, so we're getting it. Now is the time to continue your work. Oh, beep boop, beep boop, boop, bop. Realism index, romance index, mold coverage 0. Where did the mold go? Realism is higher, romance is low. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistance to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. Well, I mean, we're here, so we can probably hire ourselves, right? Hire a new research assistant. That's probably how the other people got here. Hire. This is now a game. Uploading job advertisement to university message boards. You have hired Mary Ann, who studies fine art. What about us? Yo, Mori! We've arrived with flowers for Proller. Thank you! Oh my god, hi! Thank you for the flowers. I eat them all. Delicious. How was your stream? What were you doing today? How was Final Fantasy? Please tell me the Hell House never came back. Please tell me the Hell House is gone. I hope it's been fun. I hope you've been making good progress. I know that game is a big slog sometimes. Oh my god, new Yippee? New somewhat frightening Yippee? Yeah, we had to make it generic. We had to make a default mascot for anyone to use. Girl, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Also, for my end, if you guys don't follow Mori, give her a freaking follow. Mori is awesome. Mori is a good friend of mine and very comfy VTuber. Does a lot of YouTube content and game reviewing and... check her out. I say VTuber. You've been doing more PNG tuber kind of stuff, but you got both. I found a worse enemy today. Worse than the Hell House? No way. No way. Illegal. What was it, like the Hell Skyscraper? Horrifying. If you guys don't know, Mori's been playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and in one of the battles, you fight a burning house. Like, I'm talking a mechanical house on, like, wheels or something. And one of its moves is it swallows one of your teammates, and they get sucked into the through the front door, and then you're down a person. They're just inside the house. That's just how it is. Thank you for the mouthwater. Thank you, Jeff. Hell Skyscraper is my Pygmalion build. Yeah. I need to learn how to play Pygmalion. That character is so cool and so confusing because it plays completely different, which is how it should be. Like, the heroes should play differently. Yeah, the Hell House boar. Horrifying. He's my goat. But he's like a boar. He's your boar, you mean. He's your greatest of all time. If any of you are new here and you don't know me, my name is Proller. I'm a Leshen VTuber, and I do a lot of drawing and coding. I make a lot of funny little stream widgets. The Yippee meter that you just saw is one that I'm currently working on, and it will be a product in the near future. I'm developing it as something that others will be able to use and customize soon. And I also do a lot of gaming. Today we're playing Kentucky Route Zero. This is spoilers if you intend to play it. This is genuinely such a cool game. Mori, honestly, you'd probably like it. It's like a point-and-click adventure, but it's got good story. It's making me feel stuff. I don't want to spoil it. We're kind of at an important... I mean, any part of it is kind of important. We're about halfway through it, and it's so... It plays like a movie. It plays like a TV show. Great story and great art direction. I'm so immersed. It's seriously awesome. So I'll give a general rundown of it without spoiling anything. If anyone wants a quick overview to get themselves introduced to it, and also if you guys want to check it out later. Kentucky Route Zero is a point-and-click adventure where you are Conway, an antiques delivery driver who's driving through a mining town, and he comes across some, various characters along the way, and some strange happenings, where some people are, like, kind of real, and some people are kind of, like, not real, kind of ghostly in a way. And you're trying to find your way to deliver some stuff to Dogwood Drive, but there is no Dogwood Drive. The Dogwood Drive has been rumored to exist on the Zero, which is a new way of traveling. It's a highway that people don't exactly understand yet. And we're currently on the Zero. I won't say exactly what we're doing here. There's some other subplot stuff going on. It's getting a little messy, but the characters you will meet have all of these intertwining stories, and it's all connected, and it all comes back, and they got so many fun ways of telling the story. We had a very interesting, like, improv scene at the start of this act that I really enjoyed. It's neat. It's awesome. So if you guys think that sounds interesting, you might want to hop out of the stream just so you can check it out for yourself. If you don't intend to play it, I'm gonna finish the act and see where we end up. But Mori, if you gotta take a break or get some rest, please feel free to do so. Or if you want to hang out and get spoiled, that is also totally fine. I got like another probably hour to go on this. I got a dip to get food anyhow, so perhaps it is for the best. Enjoy your food. Thank you again for the raid. If you wreck then, yeah, seriously, check it out. A Kitten Mitten recommended this to me, and he was so right. He was so real for that. Good night, Proller Nation. Good night, Kathy Nation. This game is so Proller core. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. There's also a dog. Yeah, there's a dog with a straw hat. There's a dog. There's a dog in Final Fantasy VII too? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna get back into it. We're getting into spoiler territory. So, hop out if you need to. This is your final warning. Okay. We have hired Mary Ann in the simulation. Mary Ann studies fine art. I was kind of hoping that Donald would be able to set up his funny trained Xanadu algorithm thing to take in new zero inhabitants, like, I don't know, any of us. Conway, Shannon, Ezra, Johnny, Junebug, any of those. But we got a completely brand new name. Should probably assign them to a task. See what this does. You may assign research assistants to debugging, transcription, or speculation. Oh, let's go speculation. If Marianne is fine arts, I feel like speculation would be so good. Get a creative mind on kind of imagining stuff. I think Conway I know is Conway Twitty? What the heck is that? Assigning available research assistant to speculation. I'm just gonna hire enough people to fill all the spots, I guess. Uploading job advertisement to university message boards. No new applicants. Try again later. We don't have any new research assistants. I guess we sleep. Kids these days. Yeah, VHS tapes? What's that? Marianne discards centuries of exhaustive data on the uniformity of cause and effect. Marianne threw that away? Fire her. Get her out of here. Hey, that was valuable information. That's data we can't get back. Now is the time to continue your work. What? Realism 22%? I want to point out, mold has gone up, romance has gone up, realism has gone down. Donald's twisted fantasies are, coming up with the mold. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. I want to be clear, Donald is the guy who made this whole setup. He's a part of what has been described as a love polygon with two other archivists or scientists. There's a trio. They call it a love polygon for, I don't know why. Because it's complicated, I guess. The three of them were Donald, Joseph, and Lula. Donald and Lula have ended up in the zero because they chose to stay. Joseph actually chose to leave the zero, and he's someone we found in the real world. So that's our current scenario. I think both Joseph and Donald had romantic interest in Lula. So that's where it gets a little complicated. And I think the zero made things a little bit weirder past that. Too many, you know, conflicts of interest. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. I'm gonna try to hire a new one. Uploading job advertisement to university message boards. I got Roberta. Roberta's real! Roberta studies fairy tales. Oh, okay, well... we need to assign Roberta to speculation. Speculation. You have 2 research assistants available today. Assign how many to speculation? Put both of them there. 2. And I'm gonna sleep. Let's see what happens. Roberta makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone. Marianne posits that nature, not reason... posits that nature, not reason, is the master of industry. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now is the time to continue your work. Okay, Roberta is a great fit for speculation. Marianne needs to do something else. And Marianne's, like... I don't know. Marianne hasn't quite found, like, the perfect spot, but I don't think that last one was bad. Why is romance so high? What's going on? You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants... Okay, yeah. We got our options. Hire a new one. Imagine assigning someone to speculation just has them sitting in a room like, yeah, just have them think. Draw me pictures for the entire day. Whatever you can think of. Uploading job advertisement. We got Weaver, who studies mathematics. That is Shannon's sister, I think. Who died in the mines, question mark? Or is in the zero? No, Weaver's probably in the zero because we saw Weaver in Act 1 as, like, a ghost. Was there and then wasn't. Okay. Let's see if we can assign people accurately. I want speculation. One person. Can I choose who? Oh. I don't get to choose who. Let's do one for each. One for transcription. I hope that they end up in the right spots. Because I can't say who goes where. Debugging. Sleep. Time passes. Marianne fixes some weird math with some weirder math. No, Marianne should not be on the math section. Marianne is the artist. Weaver types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Weaver should be on math. Roberta muses about the love lives of fungal colonies. Good. Good. Intruders? Uh-oh. The strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. It's the mold! You hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place, hours later. Now is the time to continue your work. Not convinced this is getting us any closer to the zero. Why is the... Mold is gone, romance is way up. Alright, that's it. I'm hiring as many people as I can, and I'm putting them all on... speculation. We got Andrew, who does statistics. Can I... hire another one? None. Okay. Do I want to do them on speculation? Actually, let's try transcription. Everyone. All 4. And sleep. The fact that there's a quit and try to start over option scares me. I want to be railroaded a little bit, because I have a feeling this might get complicated. Andrew carefully transcribes the sounds of dripping water in all their variations over a period of several hours. Weaver summarizes the migratory patterns of bats through the tunnels. Roberta extensively notates tunnel diameter as a function of length. Marianne transcribed the experiences. Weaver follows the strangers into the tunnels. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Now is the time to continue your work. We lost Weaver! That was our best mathematician. Realism went up, though. May I hire a new research assistant? Okay. Yep. Yep. I got Greg, who studies architecture. Hell yeah, Greg! I don't have any rhyme or reason as to how I'm doing this. We need 1 on debugging. Because, like, someone's gotta fix stuff, right? And then we need... everyone else on... no, we need 1 on transcription. And then we put 2 on speculation. I think it's the number we have left. Yeah, because we lost Weaver. We have Greg, Marianne, Roberta, and... wait. Is there someone else? Sleep. Marianne widens tunnels slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. Andrew transcribed experiences. Andrew, that was the other one. Roberta had ideas. Craig had ideas. Whoa, they're thinking. The fact that it says they only had ideas tells me that speculation is probably done. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now's the time to continue your work. Maybe we should try to start over or something? This doesn't seem to be helping. What But the romance is so high, Shannon. We can't give up now. Can we get more? We got Rick, who studies library sciences. Everyone on debugging. We gotta figure out what's wrong. All 5. I really don't like that Shannon's telling me that we should try to start over. Rick identifies a bug with the oxygen level simulation, but is unable to fix it. Andrew makes adjustments to the echolocation algorithm. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings and clustering together like horrible leathery tumbleweeds. Greg fixed bugs. Roberta fixed bugs. Marianne fixed bugs. A mail carrier on bicycle brings you a sizable bill from the power company. Now is the time to continue your work. Realism is going up still. I can't give up now. It's all in on transcription. And hiring. We got Amy, who studies human-computer interaction. She's one of the people we've met. All in. 6 on transcription. And sleep. Remember, or I imagine assigning someone... Oh wait, I already read that. Yeah, we can fix him. We can do this. Do they all just transcribe experiences? Okay, this tells me nothing. We got intruders. You're doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You're behind a rock. Oh, you hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. Now's the time to continue your work. We're at 100% realism, and romance is at 88% with 0 molds. What happens if we just sleep? Time passes. You prepare a nutritional meal of boiled cave moss, seasoned with a salty, translucent paste you've harvested, at great personal risk, from stalactites. Okay, so if this is... I'm gonna click on try to quit and start over. Come on, kid, we've got stuff to do. If this is like Five Nights at Freddy's, we want to fend off mold somehow. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. That was a rhetorical question. What? Quit game? Is it a game? I only understood you as far as wanting to quit. Maybe we have to lose or die somehow in order to start over? Oh my god. Eat the lamp! It says, don't be ridiculous. How does it know? How does it know that eating a lamp is a bad idea? Someone had to have fed it that information. Maybe you have to wait it out? Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices, off in the tunnels. Years pass. Mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment in the center of the room. The black mold is intensely flammable and makes an excellent catalyst. It leaves behind a sweet narcotic perfume. This is what Donald is on right now. One night, you have visitors, outsiders, different ones. Then later that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh. What did we learn from that? What are we doing here? What is this? Scene 10. Did we go to Donald and say his game sucked? Yeah, we learned that we're gamers. It was predicting the future. Lula actually showed up. This is the old friend! Xanadu knows the future! Lula is the only friend that is still in the zero. Joseph is staying out there. I wonder if we can convince Joseph to hop on the Zero and get these three together again. That might happen at some point. I'm gonna talk to Lula first. Oh, Lula's talking to Donald. You really did go deeper into the caves. Well, you were easy to find. Oh, easy enough to find. I met a few of your former assistants. One can't help but hear things. So this is what became of our project. Oh, I've made some additions. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half, so I've had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know. He published his version, actually. I'm sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We found your doctor. Oh, good, yes. You're looking not well, to be honest. You smell like a distillery. Have you been drinking? Ooh, it's, Shannon looks uneasily at Conway. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you had been. It's so dim here. So you found the address data. Just pass it over to Donald here. Donald, will you be a dear and crunch these numbers? We're looking to sort out a street name collision. Dogwood Drive. How long does this take? It should only be for an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over. Yeah, good old Andrew. I'll be at the bureau for the rest of the night. Just mark it private materials for the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How do we get to the bureau from here? The bridge. Yes, the bridge. Through the gate over there. That's what the gate is for! Alright. Now we, too, recede into history. Good night, Donald. Lula's talking to Shannon. Meet me at the bureau, and we'll get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around. Then it's just clockwise until you find the bureau. Okay, so we go counterclockwise to cathode ray. Counterclockwise to cathode ray. And then turn around. Okay. Between us, I think you should drive. Shannon's driving. It's for the best. Conway's gonna crash the truck. Counterclockwise to cathode ray. That is the way. Let's get out of here. I didn't talk to Donald, did I? Well, I guess starting the conversation with Lula got Donald involved. Gate open? Gate is open. Gate. I gotta wait for the screen to rotate again. Enjoy the campfire. Warm up by the melting circuit boards. Breathe in the fumes of mercury. I can feel the mold taking hold. Alright, there we go. Wait, this is where we came from, isn't it? Because we saw the backpack on the way up. Oh, wait. Oh, it isn't. Someone has left a portable tape recorder on the path. It doesn't appear damaged, but there's no tape to play or record. Just like they found. Just like, Junebug and Johnny found in the mines. The bookshelf was carried only partway up the path here, before the project was abandoned. It's still useful. The peak of the spire is crowded anyway. Who has the bookshelf? Lantern? Good morning, Fuquemini Nation! A sensible, modern electric lantern has been left here. The batteries have long since died. Oh, Homer's been waiting for us. Poor dog. Oh, just kidding. Homer's been with Johnny. What's that emote? Oh, marshmallow time. Yeah. I was thinking about the loop emote today for this. Thanks for waiting, Homer. We're gone a bit longer than expected. They've been waiting down here for so long. It'll be okay, Homer. Let's talk to Johnny. What happened up there? Just a bunch of computers. Johnny's a sleepy guy. Let's get out of here. We're going counterclockwise, which is this way. To the cathode ray, and then we turn around. Oh. And then... we're looking for the bureau. Cathode lure. Feather? I've been here before. I recognize these. I kid. I mean, I have seen them, but I don't know how close I am. Antlers. How'd they get those? Scarecrow? That's cool. Bureau. We made it. Actually, I had the option to sleep there. Maybe I should have done. Scene 11. Whoa. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. We made it! Homer. Got the time, Homer? I gotta get this thing fixed. Johnny's watch is broken. If she catches me asking you, I'll never hear the end of it. I think it's funny. Who's this guy at the motorcycle? Oh, that's... Johnny's looking so... business now. I'm sorry, what? Junebug is a robot. How? This is unreal. My cat crawled closer to the screen to see your stream better? Oh, heck yeah. Can you tell your cat meow for me? So has Junebug been the robot? Or is Johnny a robot? Or are they both robots? They're so synths. I think this is the first time I'm actually watching Junebug walk. What if Junebug is like a Vocaloid? What if Junebug is like a Hatsune Miku? She's locked in every time you throw the horseshoe. Making your cat work for it. Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. That's who Marianne is! Okay, I thought Marianne was a new name today, but Marianne is the receptionist here. Alright, okay. Any word on the address? The results just came by in the courier. Good news. Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference their results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. Are you going somewhere? I might. I'm feeling impulsive, and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there, did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks, and deep. So do we just hang out by the docks here? The night ferry's gonna show up? I mean... oh god, there's a cat here. Also. Right here. We can't go up the elevator. So I guess we just... we just wait. How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows? Alright, what happens? Thank you, Junebug, for asking! What's going on between Shannon and Conway? What happened at the abandoned church when no one was looking? Please! To Conway, up to you. Let's hear it. It's okay. You can tell them. Doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So we were in that graveyard. Why don't we get to know? But Teehee. Where the strangers come from. We're back to where the strangers come from. Which is here. Oh, this is. Oh, we are gonna find out. We get to see the other side of the story. Because while they were off in the church, I was playing as Ezra and going around all the tombstones. Looking at all the flavors of graves. You might be thinking I'm saying flavors in a silly way, or like using it in a silly way, but genuinely, the epitaphs have chalk writing on them that has, you know, recordings of their, you know, what their notes are. Like, notes of almonds. It makes no sense to me. I don't know why it's like that. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside. I guess. I want to stay outside. Okay. Do we get to see Conway's perspective now? I'll stay with them. We could look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. Yeah, okay, we get to see the other perspective now. We get to see what happens. I'm gonna look at the floor first. The church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels. Okay, a little spooky. We're gonna have a nice, earnest conversation. Are they gonna make out sloppy style? I don't know what I expected. The strangers, he kept saying. Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. But we don't have to be. Listen, earlier, in the mine. I didn't want to talk about it, but... what'd you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through the channels to check on the saturation, and she was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared, suddenly, ran away, but we thought... you thought she was dead. Yeah, I guess I don't like to say it. Dead. And then, the next time I flipped the channel to, flipped to channel 2, Weaver. It's burned in my vision, now. She's standing in a room. The walls are a blank kind of gray. There's tape on the walls, like markings. And desks. A classroom, maybe? The camera is in the corners, so it's this sort of 45-degree angle into the room. And there's Weaver, right in the center of the picture. The first time we met Weaver... no, first time? Maybe second time. And we got the TV fixed. We saw through the wall of the home a barn with 2 horses. And that might be the barn that Charlie fell off of. That might have been Conway's memory. Charlie, I'm presuming, Conway's son, who has passed. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know if Charlie's, related to Conway in that way, but it's pretty clear that, Charlie's dead. The camera's in the corner, so it's the sort of 45-degree angle into the room, and there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually, she spoke. Oh, but there was no real sounds, just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. For your sake and mine, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, because there's this high-pitched sounds. I'll turn it back on when the TV's not making as much sound anymore. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there, and I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted. Yeah, Proller 1 white noise. I hate it. Wah! Shannon coughs into her sleeve. It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty. You'd think, with all these holes in the ceiling... Turning it back up. What the hell was that? Did you hear that? We should check outside. We should... Oh. Oh. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. What am I holding as the skeleton man? Kinda looks like a shaving razor, or maybe a large brush. I don't know. The stranger activates the tape player slung on his shoulder. It's a tape player. A crackly drawl echoes in the room. It is patient and sounds like it should be smiling. Doolittle, my regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. Actually looking for some information about an old computer. Certainly. I'll tell you everything you need to know. Are we talking to a tape player? I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. That is not up to code. Yeah, there's no safety railings on that bench elevator. We can converse as we go. Yeah, this is a normal church. Yeah. What is this place? I don't know, some kind of factory? Yeah, maybe, but for what? Why hidden away like this? And what's that smell? Like bread. Baking bread? Please, follow me. I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety, and adjust your outfits just a bit. There's some protective headwear on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. We don't wear glasses. So that won't be an issue. Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. Yeah, outfit change. What's gonna happen? What are we gonna look like without our glasses? Oh, sick, we got the hats. Whoa! Oh, I zapped him once and... now he's normal. Okay. Do it again. Earl. I like that it's a skull. Let's talk to Earl. This is Earl. He used to be a beekeeper. Borrowed some used casks to store the hives, but the interest accrued more quickly than the honey. Now he works for us here in the... oh, in logistics. Did the bees kill him? Wow, check this stuff out. It must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. You really like old electronics. Yeah, I've got it bad. That's why I got into this business. To keep old stuff like this running. Seems like such a shame to let it all... oh, let it just fall into ruin, you know? Like that computer back in the cave. Xanadu. Decades of engineering. Thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy. All petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? Yeah, computers are pretty crazy. They seem like nothing to us now because they're so mass-produced, but... it's wicked impressive. More new arrivals this morning. Plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. What formula? Eh? Oh, the formula! Changed our lives! Once, years ago, we were as prisoners to the intricacies of our debts here. We'd have to account for everything on paper. Compounding interest by hand, reassessing amortization, and leveraged asset distributions according to nightly merit decay. Then, she stepped out of the dark caves to show us the light of the formula. She had a brilliant grasp of mathematics, and a saint-like way of speaking right through the numbers. I bet it was Weaver. Now, we just plug our daily numbers into the formula, and run it all through the adding machine. We occasionally suffer some surplus drift, but she instructed us all on the necessary adjustments. It was devastating to see our revered mathematician go, but she was needed elsewhere. Her legacy abides. What job are they? Wait, I want to ask more about the mathematician. Where did she go? That's Weaver. The guy just slapped the shit out of your cursor. Gotta be careful how I move it, I guess. Just need to ask about a computer. Let's go down this route. No, the orientation is all done by voice and rote. We don't believe electronics have a role in our company culture. Computers are tools. Plenty of interesting mechanical this and that ahead, though. Shall we move on? I guess so. Zaps you. Oh, he zapped everyone. Let's go down the stairs. Zap him again. We're taking the shuttle, maybe. Here's the fleet. Haha. Oh, we just use these to get around internally. How big is this place? Oh, it's grown a great deal over the years. Incredible to think, really. When Mr. Bishop founded this operation, it was only about 1,800 square feet, and half of that or more was occupied by camouflage to keep the law out. Hiding out in the back of an old church, purifying spirits by a handmade fire, a kettle, and a dream. So, the trucks are just east a ways, in shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder. If you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Sublime. We're gonna let the radioactive skeleton drive us. Oh my god. This is so cool. Whoa. This is how I look when I drive. Actually, I drive with two hands. This guy's driving one-handed. Sorry, did I just miss something? Yeah, back it up, back it up. Yeah, park that. Let's look at the bunks. Oh, you'd like to see the accommodations. We supply what bedding we can, according to the formula. How many people work here? Oh, about 30, 40, something like that. Some of us count for more than others. Myself, I'm focused. Well, shouldn't I be? I've got this figure to pay down. The longer I sleep, the more interest accrues. It's a sin to sleep your freedom away like that. Of course, as a delivery driver, you'd be able to come and go a little. You're timed pretty closely, but you can still roll the window down. Maybe glimpse a familiar silhouette on the side of the road as you pass. I'm sorry, this is starting to feel like mining moment. There's a dude here. Wah. Let's get back in the shuttle. Quick U-turn. Wait, do I want to go... What's over here? Nothing. Power transformers? Just kidding, there is something. I suppose it all starts here. We had special power transformers installed by Consolidated. I believe we're their biggest subterranean industrial customer in the region. To say nothing of heating the aging warehouse, just think of what it must take to run the lights down here. We work long hours and haven't exactly any windows. Huh. This game is so silly. Wait, shipping. If I click on that, is it gonna take me there? Oh my god, it is! I'm zooming! That is not a proper park job. Here it is. Now, I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks? Used to drive long hauls. It's a lonely kind of thing, or so I hear. And you can drive safely, can't you? I haven't any doubt now. It's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. What happened with Miguel? Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes a moment, or simply hit a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company, and slow to anger. But if we're speaking confidentially... Well, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and a few casks too, we're all just thankful we had no next of kin. So, let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. So this is the distillery. This is the Hard Times whiskey. Doolittle starts the truck and switches on the CB radio. A deep, monotonous voice drones from the dashboard speaker. 1020 on that load, come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave, 1012, City Kitty. This is a good time, dispatch? We may have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might like to get acquainted. 10-9, come again. Pleased to meet you. Tell dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. I'm not really here for a job. I'm not 99 wheel holder. Gotta pay the next water bill. Oh, gotta pay the water bill. Ah, so. I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, eh? Can I take the truck? Let's look at the wipers. Control the wipers with this knob here. They seem to have a decent torque to them, eh? Can't say how they'd fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. Always clear skies down here. So I hear. But most of our product is delivered by surface roads, which feel rain quite often, particularly in the spring months, so I hear. They ditched class for the day to drive in the rain. What is this? It was pointless to stay. I'll review. It was a lost cause, and she didn't need it anyway. She was smart, bored. It was time to cut out. Is this gonna be a story of how someone died? Driving in the rain? Shitty day for it, though. 83 in biblical flood. They went to a bar. They pulled into a dive bar with an afternoon open mic. It smelled like rosewater. They smoked cigarettes, drank awful hooch, whistled buckets of rain. She sang about someone she wanted once to have loved. Brown hair curled around her ear. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey. It's the original! Who made the song? Too late to love! They poured another drink. And another, and another. She was worried it was getting dark out. Then it was getting light out. They ended up in someone else's field in someone else's car. An early morning joyride, and a sunrise collision. She got on the bus, and he hiked back to his car. So they lived. He sat in his car and went over some options. Chicago, Toronto, Barrow. It seemed like a bold and impulsive gesture at the time. As he pulled out of the parking lot, he removed his hands from the steering wheel for a moment and felt the car drift into a decision. Years later, he'd think of this as the moment he himself started drifting. What the... All in the windshield wipers. Or did I space out? I probably spaced out. A modest technology, but suited to the job, eh? Plenty good enough. What if Lizette is the person who sings the song? Oh, shit. Nah. Probably not. Oh, sure. I know you'll want to look. Kick the tires. That's the thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves. Isn't it the way, eh? Tires look fine. Oh, I'm sure. It wasn't the tires that failed our dear Miguel. We are quite sure. Conway sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. The walls and ceiling were painted with old smoke. Someone read from the book. He drank coffee with a little sugar. I wonder if this changes depending on how I answer certain questions, because we had this option earlier. It maybe wants us to think back to when we were having coffee with Lisette at the start of the act. At the start of the act, after the improv scene. He listened. The speaker listed all the things we tried. That we, most people in the room, were probably there by court order. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions like a program of action, a good orderly direction, spiritual but not religious, religious but not spiritual. All the things we tried. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands through a short prayer and stepped back out into the morning. He started walking. I'm walking. It was always walking these days. It was good to slow down. It felt clarifying, like a walking meditation. The road ran by a creek for a while. He took an unforeseen detour where the creek and roads parted, following the edge of the water. He skipped a few stones, alone, then stopped to consider an overturned boat. It was a kind of serenity, that wandering and looking without purpose. He was coming to rely on those moments. Now, what else can I show you? Why am I having all of these moments while looking at the frickin' tires of a truck? Looks like it's just about ready to go out. We have some good strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. Bit hard on the knees and back at our age, eh? Of course, you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job. And some drivers like the extra shift stacking and loading here. I shouldn't really do any lifting these days. I see. Well, surely we can spare a dolly and carrying strap for your health and safety. Conway woke up on baled hay. Everything was too bright. His head hurt, the usual. Lisette and Ira argued loudly, just outside the open barn door. He wanted Ira to take him outside and, take him inside and shower, have some coffee, and get to the job. I want to know how Lisette and Ira are related to Conway. I don't know if they've been introduced with their, relationship, or if that's still undetermined to us. Ira said there wasn't time. Conway was in no condition. It was an important job. They couldn't put it off. Ira said to let the deadbeat sleep it off, and then send him packing. He said Charlie could do the job. Conway stepped out of the barn, shielding his eyes. He tried to say something reassuring, but just sort of stumbled around it. Lisette looked away. Ira just spat, and went inside to wake Charlie. Ira was a stubborn man, so Charlie went along, and Conway drifted out again. And he didn't hear about the accident until months later. What if... No. What if Ira and Lisette are like Conway's parents? And Charlie is Conway's brother? I don't know. I'm spitballing. So, what's next? Headlights. Headlights work fine, see? Wow, they really do. That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know who you'll run into in the daylight, and dusk can be treacherously misleading with all the indirect light. The magic hour, eh? Yeah, magic hour, sure. The angle of the sun at dusk and dawn means the light is mostly indirect reflections from the sky. Everything looks like a movie. It's all a bit softer. Conway had to get off the highway. Too loud, too murky. He turned off into some gray cornfield in Indiana. He watched traffic and birds. Seeing those migrations close up, they looked random. He thought about the load in the trailer. Thousands of plastic cups. Somebody wanted those cups in Rockford that night. It wasn't gonna happen. He was only human. He'd been out since the headlights were on. Didn't even stop for coffee. He cracked a beer at 3, eyes on the road, 4:30. He dodged some stray cattle. Uh-oh. The headlights were coming back on. Rockford could wait. Early morning couldn't be much worse than late night. What could they care? He just needed a few hours. So, moving on. Conway's had some tough days. Radio time. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now, tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you'll start in the morning. I really can't. Yeah, we've got to finish this delivery in a few... 1033 dispatch. Got 2 black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. 10-4, back it down and prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, Lem. Lem? 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. I'm gonna be silent. Dispatch is addressing you. He's here, dispatch. Got your ears on? Good. Listen to this. So... I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics and seal the deal, eh? And I've got one more thing to show you. I'm gonna zap him. What else is there? Where are we going, Doolittle? Park? Okay. Almost lined up with the spot. Almost. Let's head back upstairs, eh? I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we really came here looking for some answers about this stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with the moldy computer. That black mold. It's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see. As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air. The angel's share. What? What? It goes through the vents here, and out into the caves. We can scrape up that mold, if we can scrape up that mold, we can usually apply some pressure and cold to it, squeeze and condense the angel's share back into drinkable whiskey. The whiskey is mold drink! That's real? The angel's share is a real thing? Oh my god! Every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff. So we'd go down and scrape it off his equipment, just like any other place it grows. Oh my god! But that's not what people do with it? Okay. Kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid. Truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. One thing I know. That computer's been running for decades. Switch it off for a minute and let it rest. That'll get you going. I'm sure of it. Angel's share is a real term? Mold and debt are the secret whiskey ingredients? That's what I'm learning today. So, join me upstairs? Alright, up we go. Zap. Wait, were we going here? Or upstairs? Must have been talking about upstairs. My bad. Zorgi? Accident? Is Conway stuck? Well, there we go. He's catching up. If you don't mind... We gotta give the hats back, don't we? Alright, that's fine. Dude, the skeleton takes 2 steps at a time. He's jumping up those stairs. Here it is. A beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know. What is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual, to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. I don't wanna. Wait, we can't... It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff now. Single barrel. It's because of my leg, isn't it? He doesn't... Down the hatch. Vinum memoriae mors. Something about death. Oh my god. What the... I can't... I don't want to drink it! I can't stop it! It's happening on its own! No! It took my curse, sir. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. Cheers. Just the part that evaporates out through the barrel? Oh, okay, okay. He's not working for you. We have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is the top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, there's the matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. Oh no. This is not good for you, my friends. You're in quite deep. By my back-of-the-envelope estimations. Well, we have that in common, I suppose. All of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this shift off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs. Of course, the interest begins to compound immediately. And, well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow then. This game is all about all the different ways people can trap you in debt. Holy smokes. Giving me flashbacks to the Timothy Chalamet Wonka movie with the innkeepers and their fine print and charging for every stair you walk up and down. So, I guess I start in the morning. I guess. I'm confused. Just the way these things go, kid. Huh. Well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry? Hey, can I amputate my leg and have the debt be, taken care of? I think that's allowed. Also, when is anyone going to address that Junebug and Johnny are robots? When is anyone gonna say anything about that? Or are we just gonna accept it as it is? Oh, that's just straight up a mammoth. Okay. Maybe it's one of Ezra's friends. Do you think the mammoth knows Julian? It's possible. I imagine that's the end of the act. Let's see. End of Act 3. Yep. Oh my god. We're in deep. We took a sip and a tour. It's over for us. I don't know if Conway's ever gonna come out of this debt. But that is it for Act 3. I'm gonna call it here.